Welcome to Comfort Zone, a podcast all about pushing your Wait, what's the intro? I'm all thrown off now. Matt, this is 100% Matt Birchler's fault. He was late, then caused issues. Matt, explain yourself.
It's my first time podcasting, and I really wish you guys would give me a little slack.
Niléane, how do you feel about these travesties? This is the second time we've had to do the intro. Matt was late. We're like 8 minutes past where we should be now. Like, I feel like our whole day is just ruined.
I like it. I'm the agent of chaos, and this is a good dose of chaos.
I think Matt's the agent of chaos today. He's the one that's bringing the chaos hammer.
Stealing my thunder.
I completely ruined the intro. I mean, I have this elegant intro I wrote and have been saying since episode 1, and it's ruined now.
Well,
anyways.
You can get ChatGPT to do it.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. That's good. I'll have ChatGPT redo the intro. We have some tiny topics, and this first one in here, I'm assuming is from Matt Birchler.
It's not from one of you?
No.
Okay. Well, I am celebrating. This is the last podcast I will do in my 30s, which is a shocking realization, and is not going to help the dinosaur jokes.
No, it is not.
It's going to get much worse. At least, Chris, you and our ages start with the same number right now. There's going to be a gap now. Oh, we're going to have three different generations: 20s, 30s, 40s.
Wow. And for like 5 years, because I don't turn 40 until 2030. So, yeah, I got a few years.
Anyway, I'm excited.
Matt, when is your actual birthday, Matt?
It's November 19th.
If you want to tell. November 19th. Oh, okay. All right. Wait, no, we have one more. We're doing one more before
we will record it, but we'll release it afterwards.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm living in the future, not the today.
Our recording schedule is very confusing to me. You'd think I would have figured it out by now, but it's very confusing to me. All right. Well, happy early birthday. I hope your 40s are good to you.
I wasn't scared of it until just now. Once I said it out loud.
Don't worry, we're all going to die very soon anyway. So
yeah,
very
asteroid's
soon?
coming for us all.
Very
the asteroid's coming for us all.
It's imminent.
Yep.
Anyway, what else is going on?
There's a couple of things I wanted to mention that are Nintendo Switch related. Nintendo released a new app for the iPhone and stuff that is the Nintendo Switch Store app, and I used it last night for the next thing I'll talk about, and it's very nice. You're able to buy games. It'll show what's on sale. It'll show your wish list and all that stuff. You're able to buy games in the app, though technically it takes you to a web browser, so Apple doesn't get a cut. Yep.
Why do they do that? I was wondering that, because the PlayStation app lets you just buy games in the app, no problem. It's weird.
I kind of have a feeling it's probably kind of like the Kindle thing, where but it doesn't make you go to Safari, open up Safari. It just opens up it opens up the Safari preview thing.
Safari view controller thing?
Yeah. Safari view controller, thank you. Couldn't think of the word. But yeah, I used it to download Ball and Pit last night, and I just was playing around with it. I was like, I've heard about this game. I want to play it. I downloaded it, and then an hour later after I finished up work, an hour later after I finished up work, I went to my Switch, and it was there. It was downloaded and ready to go. I was like, this is pretty nice. So I just wanted to call that out, and I wanted to call out Ball and Pit, because it's a really, really fun game. It's a roguelike that kind of mixes Gallagher, Bust-A-Move, and Stardew Valley. Or not even Stardew Valley, like Sim City all together somehow.
What's the name of the game?
It's Ball and Pit, but it's instead of and, it's an X.
Yeah, it's canonically pronounced Ball Pit, according to the
developers.
Is
it? Oh.
Yes, which is very confusing considering the X in the middle.
Ball X Pit.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's like $15 on the Switch. I don't know. It's probably $15 all places too.
Yeah.
And I started playing it last night, and I'm having a ton of fun with it. I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and if you like roguelike games, you will like this. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. If you fell in love with Vampire Survivors a couple years ago and loved the idea of building out getting weapons and getting the perfect build, Ball Pit really steals that entire idea and then evolves it literally by letting you combine and fuse these powers into combo ones. It's crazy. It gives me the same rush I got from Vampire Survivors. It's lovely.
Yes, I'm completely with you. Like, it gives me the same rush I get from Vampire Survivors and Balatro.
Yeah.
And even a little bit of like Hades 2 and in there as well,
It's
because
just a
they're
great
all
game.
roguelikes. Yeah,
So good.
It's a fantastic game, and it's $15. Like, you can't go wrong. It's really fun, and I have a feeling we're gonna lose Niléane again during this episode.
I'm looking at the app that you're talking about.
Okay,
I'm very on
all right.
topic.
You have your iPhone in hand, not your Nintendo Switch in hand. Okay.
Yeah, my partner is currently playing Skyward Sword in the living room.
That's
So
what joy looks like.
Yeah.
I've never played Skyward Sword.
Oh, Skyward Sword. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks weird. I was looking at the store app, the Nintendo Store app, and Life is Strange, the full collection, is on sale. 12
nice.
euros. So I kind of want to get that because I never played them all.
I've heard very, very good. I've never played them either, but I've heard very, very good things about Life is Strange, and it has been recommended to me by multiple people, and I've just never got to it. But now that it's on sale, I might pick it up.
Yeah, I think that's nice because it's probably chill, probably not super happy, but chill.
This week on Cozy Zone, Niléane put out a call a couple of weeks ago for people to send in their desk setups, and we roasted them. And I'm just going to say, sorry, we might have been a little mean. A little mean. Okay, I was a little mean.
And somebody won.
Yes, somebody did win. We announced a winner. We rated everyone's desk setups. Some people, I gave tips to some people to get better like video calls and stuff out of, because some people had some lighting setups. There was a lot of LEDs and one. Woof. You guys remember the LEDs? Oof. Okay, Matt, you're first up in the document, and I am nervous. I haven't clicked any links.
Perfect.
But I see what they're labeled.
Perfect.
And I am nervous.
Okay.
I am nervous.
So, our journey begins with as it always does, with the MX Master. This is the 3S. Very nice mouse.
Oh, you don't have a 4?
No,
should I go get my 4? Should I go get my 4? I'll get my 4 while you talk.
You're bragging.
Then a couple weeks ago for the challenge, I tried a gaming mouse, which was a Razer, the Basilisk, which had exactly the right amount of RGB for Chris, if I recall.
By that, he means too much. Any RGB is too much, by the way. MX Master 4. Review unit, so I didn't even have to pay for it.
Yeah. Wow. Now you're just bragging.
Now I'm just flexing on Matt.
And so one of the things I liked about the Razer mouse was that it was lighter than the MX Master, which I hadn't really thought about, but once I had a lighter one, I was like, oh, this is nice. And so I thought, what if we went way lighter? And that's where this comes in. This?
What the what? What is this? This is like, okay. This is like the cover that they put on unreleased cars so it can't leak. Like, people can't photograph them and like figure out what it actually looks like because the lines throw off like geometry and stuff. I don't.
Yeah, my camera is struggling to focus on it.
It's a zebra mouse.
Yes. So this is the Pulsar X2 Crazy Light Mini.
Is Crazy Light actually in the name?
Crazy Light is the official name of the mouse. And I got the Boardsy edition, which apparently is a mouse reviewing YouTuber. I don't know anything about him. If he's horrible, I apologize, but the design looked cool. It's pretty interesting. So there is one that might appeal to you, Chris. It is an old school racing livery on a mouse, which you might enjoy.
Link. Can I click on the link?
You can click on the link. Please do.
Okay. Shop USA. It did not take me to where it needed to go.
Perfect.
Okay. Hey, here we go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why don't mouses work with the iPad properly? I would buy this in a heartbeat. So this is the traditional Golf livery. So it's light blue and orange together. You've probably, even if you're not a racing fan, you've probably seen this color scheme, these colors together. Like the Ford ran them in the Le Mans that they beat Ferrari in. Like this is a classic racing livery, and I want this so badly. It's $150, and I don't care. I want this.
But half the mouse is missing.
Oh yeah, what is up with that?
Yes. So
What
this
is
gets into the point of these mice, which is
Okay.
almost every decision on this mouse is made to make it lighter. So I've created a chart showing the weight of my 3 mice that I just talked about. The MX Master weighs 141 grams. The Basilisk is around 100 grams, and this is 38 grams. And it comes with alternate feet you can put on the bottom, so you could take off these like slidey bits that are on the bottom of the mouse, and there's little dots you can put there, and you save 2 grams that way. Every bit of this mouse is optimized, so it is completely hollow. There are holes in the bottom, so there's less plastic. The motherboard inside, or whatever the logic board in there is cut down, so it's not a perfect rectangle. It is cut down so only the required things are there. The plastic is pretty thin, but it is like solid enough. And it's very, very light. It is wireless, so there is a battery in here. So it does not do Bluetooth. There's no Bluetooth controller in here, but yes, it does do wireless with a little dongle that you can attach via USB cable. So you get this little dongle with it. That
I wish I
just
would have
plug in.
waited 30 seconds to hear you say that. I might have already hit purchase.
Are you
Oh,
for
no.
real?
So I just bought a mouse I can't use with my main computer.
You know,
Let's
you could
get a
certainly have
dongle for your dongle.
You certainly have a free USB port.
I mean, technically, do USB dongles work with the iPad? Like, because I can plug it into the CalDigit
I would
thing,
think so.
but
Yeah, because if
we're gonna find out.
because the dongle plugs into your computer with USB, so your computer's connected to the dongle's connected to your mouse, so your iPad should detect it just as a wired mouse, I would think.
Yeah.
But I guess report back.
Just plug it into the second Thunderbolt port on your iPad.
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. But yeah, it is. It's very light. There are even lighter mice out there than this. There is a YouTuber called Optimum. I don't know if you've seen his videos before, but he's made something I think called the Zero Mouse, which is I think
I've
15
seen this.
grams.
Yeah.
So even lighter than this, and that is, Chris, you will not like that one. That is like literally just like the motherboard, and then a 3D printed frame that is as minimal as possible.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not.
It's not the
nice.
MX Master. And then this is a gaming mouse, so the lightness is one thing because it's easier to kind of move around the less mass you have. And it also prioritizes speed. So on the bottom, again, you're really like the on-off switch is literally on the board, and you're touching the board basically to flip it on and off. There's a DPI selector here. There's a web app you can go to that's kind of like VIA. So if you used VIA, you go to this website, and you can update your firmware and everything, change some settings. But yeah, it's very, very minimal.
Chris looks very sad.
It's a little tough to use as a primary mouse. The main issue is there's no way to side scroll on it, which is tough, especially if you're a video editor.
Man, I just spent a lot of money
You
on a
should
mouse.
have.
I can't
You really
use.
should have waited for the
He
full
looks
pitch.
so sad.
Oops. I
looks so
really
good.
just. I wonder if I could cancel this
I was
order.
looking at you just on the side, and you look so sad.
We're gonna see if we can cancel this order.
So it does have the buttons on the side to do back and forward, but there's no additional buttons. There's no programmable buttons. There's no side scrolling, and there's no freewheel scroll wheel. So you can't do the like thing where you flick it and it just flies and flies and flies.
Yeah.
So I think this will be the mouse I use with my Windows computer, and I'll just keep using. I don't know.
For the no scoping?
For the no scoping, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have a ton more to say about this. I just think it's interesting to. There's a whole world of products made with completely different priorities than I think we tend to talk about. And I think it's interesting to explore those sometimes, right? Everybody likes the MX Master. Everybody likes the extra buttons and the side scroll and the ultra premium. But like, what if none of that is of interest to you? What would you make? And I think this is a cool alternative. And it's got a fun design. I could have got the white one. I could have got the black one, but
Why didn't you get the Golf livery one?
It was not available. And I don't know. I like this one. I think it'll be cool. And it looks nice on the desk. A little character never hurt anybody.
So so you said this, I don't remember. Yeah, it's up to 8,000 polling rates.
Yes. So if it's plugged in directly, I don't think this will work with the dongle.
Okay.
It will theoretically update up to 8,000 times per second. My understanding is this is more like 4,000 times or 2,000 times, unless you're like really going very fast. Chris?
Yeah.
Question. Can you explain polling rate to me and what that is, as somebody that hasn't used a gaming PC since before gaming mice were a thing? I don't really.
So
I see this figure, but I never quite understood what it was, and I couldn't be bothered to look it up.
Think of it like refresh rate on a monitor. The higher it is, the more fluid it's going to be. So the more often the mouse is updating, sending an update to the computer about where its position is, the more fluid your mouse can be. So this is really nice for games, obviously, but it's also nice just on my monitor. I'm at a 240 hertz, and like just moving around, like it does feel, and maybe it's a placebo, I don't know, but like it does feel exceptionally smooth. I did link, I'll put links in the show notes for all these, but there is quite a range of consistency between these mice. They'll all say we have 8K polling rate. We're very like linear movement when you move the mouse at a consistent speed. But they're not all made equal. And so this specific one I got, the Pulsar X2, scored very well in the actually delivering on what its specs are. So yeah, that's really it.
I know a lot of people, they get really mad about the MX Master because it's been years and it's still stuck at 125, I think, per second, and that's very low compared to a lot of mice. And recently I've been looking at the Keychron M6. It looks really interesting to me. I kind of want it. Maybe I'll get it someday. It's a Keychron mouse that looks a lot like the MX Master, but it's a lot lighter. It obviously has less features, but it has a bunch of buttons on the side scroll wheel as well, I believe. Does it have a side scroll wheel? It does. And it works with a dongle, and I believe it goes up to 8,000 as well when it comes to polling rate.
It has a DPI of up to 30,000 and 8,000 hertz polling rate.
There you go. Yeah.
And it has a battery life of 180 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's wild. And the USB-C port's on the front, so you can use it and charge it at the same time.
Most mice. Yeah.
Wild. What a wild concept. And it looks ergonomic. Doesn't look like it'll break your hand.
Yeah, it's shaped a bit like the MX Master.
It is. It looks like it's just distinct enough that they can't get sued.
Yep.
I think I'll get this at some point. Maybe. But I'm interested in a higher polling rate mouse.
The only issue with this Keychron one, it doesn't come in the Golf livery. I decided I'm not going to cancel the order. I'm going to keep it.
Oh.
And I will do it for the show and
You'll
probably
put it
for
on
thumbnails.
display.
It'll probably be one of those things I use in thumbnails a lot because it's very colorful and it'll pop.
That's worth something. Then you get comments of people like, "Where can I get that mouse?" And that's engagement.
Yeah. Link, and then I have to figure out what they mean by link. Like, because people won't add context.
Link.
They will comment link, but I have no context into what they're talking about, so I have to
And then they'll ask you how it performs, and you have no idea because.
Yeah, I'll have no idea because it doesn't work with my computer.
Okay.
So that's it. Short and sweet.
Cool.
All right.
I like it. I mean, I better like it. I just spent $150 on a mouse I can't really use.
You
Thanks,
can
Matt.
use it. You're gonna love it.
Yes.
We'll see. I mean, the fact that there's no side scrolling is the thing that's actually like, ooh.
It will make editing not great.
Yeah, that'll be a little more tricky. But I could do the thing I used to do where I had the magic trackpad on the left side and my mouse on the right side. And I used to literally just use a magic trackpad just to scroll through timelines. That's literally the only thing I used to use it for.
This is for higher brains. I know people do this all the time, but having to use both your hands feels like you're a superior being, and you have.
Thank you for recognizing
brain.
I am a superior being. I appreciate that you
probably.
recognize that I am a superior being. Yes.
Considering how you make reasonable purchases and take time to look at the product before buying.
It's not my fault. Matt put it in the show notes. It's not my fault.
Everything's my fault.
Matt made me do
it.
Matt made me do it. Anyways, let's move on.
Yes.
Niléane, what do you have for us this week?
For you today, I have a new installment on something that hasn't happened in a long time, which is Niléane talks about Mastodon.
Whoa, this is a rare occasion. You don't
know.
talk about Mastodon very often.
I know. But for real, it's been months because there's not much has been happening in the Mastodon space in terms of like new features, new apps, things like that. One really, really nice app came out. It's called Besto Masto. Some guy made it. But apart from that, not much has happened. So yeah, I just wanted to bring you up to date today about Mastodon. How do you feel?
It sounds great. Can I guess what Mastodon's been up to?
Go ahead.
Okay, they are going to rebrand as just Y. And they are going to become the everything app. They're going to do
oh my God.
bank payments, messaging,
so the letter
note taking, task management. It's going to have AI built into it, and it's just called Y. Because why would you do that?
Yeah. So now, actually, Mastodon, you can set an NFT as your profile picture.
Yes, finally. Woo, finally I'm able to use those things for something.
Finally.
Those JPEGs.
Twitter is back. There. Okay. Speaking of Twitter is back. So yeah, this week Mastodon 4.5 came out. It's actually a very important release because it adds quote posts to all the Mastodon servers that update to it. It's already a bunch of servers have already updated, including the big main ones on which you are, Mastodon.social, etc. They have had quote posts for a while actually because they were running on a beta, those servers. But yeah, now everyone can update their server to Mastodon 4.5. I think it's really nice. Quote posts are pretty useful and they actually well made. I don't know if you were around at the time when it was like this topic was a topic of controversy on Mastodon. Like, should we add quote posts? And I think it was a very important controversy to have, like a good controversy to have, if I can say that. That is like, there was this debate. People were very worried about having quote posts on a new text-centric social media platform because people have the past experience of Twitter where quote posts were used as a way to harass people and literally like do the worst kinds of things on social media using it was a tool for mass harassment.
And even when it wasn't being used for harassment, it was being used to like cheaply dunk on people that just like yeah, it was they've never been great.
Exactly. So that's why people were, I think, rightly so, worried about the feature coming to Mastodon. And initially the founder, the guy who started Mastodon, Eugen Roshko, he was against it, which is why it's only come now, because work has never started before on it, even though Mastodon exists since 2017. But obviously, the team has grown and they have more funding now, and the focus has changed, and they've changed their mind. And I think they did it really well, because it's not that they changed their mind about the idea that it's dangerous. I think everyone still agrees that it's a dangerous feature that can be weaponized. The ability to just quote people and like direct all of your follower base toward that person, that can be dangerous. But they've done this in the smart way, because so now when you post something on Mastodon, you can choose for every single post, you can choose whether it can be quoted and who can quote it. You can choose to have to only preserve the ability to be quoted for your followers, so that only your followers can quote you, or you can say only just you, only yourself can quote yourself. That's something you can do. Or obviously you can also choose to disable the ability to be quoted at all, if that's something you're not at ease with. So I think, they've done this in a correct way. It's well thought out. Now, when you post, there's a full visibility dialog where you tweak all the controls, and you can even set it globally on your account. Like always allow my post to be quoted, always disallow if you want to disallow. So that's good. Obviously, third-party apps need to update to support this. Ivory, they had a fake kind of quote implementation. That is, the Ivory, for example, and still does this, they render quote posts only if you add a link to your post. So basically, just like Twitter used to do.
Yeah, this is what like a lot of apps have done for a while. Mona was the first app I know that added it, that I used, but I think other apps have like, so now we have like this fake quote post, and then there's new quote posts. I'm curious how these apps will handle having both out there.
So obviously the intent from the Mastodon team is to only have the new one be supported, because the new one means that people can control how, like the privacy settings that I just talked about. With the old one, you can't control. You are not even notified when somebody just links to your post and it gets turned into a quote inside a client. The person that gets quoted, they are not notified. With the new standard, they get the notification in their notifications tab. So that's really important, I think, privacy-wise, and just like safety, online safety-wise in general.
Yeah.
Now, what is preventing somebody from saying, okay, this person set it up so that only they can quote post themselves, but I really want to quote post this person? What is preventing me from just copying a link to that Mastodon post, pasting it in a post, and just essentially quote posting them without using the built-in quote posting tools?
So obviously you can still do that. Like you can have links to anything, but it will just be like it used to be. Like you'll just have a link to that person's post, but it will only render as a regular link. And on the apps that support the new quote post standard, it won't get turned into a quote. Like you will have to open it as an external link, as like any other external link. So obviously you can still do that, but at least it doesn't get turned into a quote post with which you can interact directly inside the client, which is why I think it's important that third-party clients, they update ASAP to the new standard, because having the old one still exist defeats the entire purpose of these privacy features.
Yeah. This is a rule I wish we could set at a social network level for quote posts.
Yeah.
Only allow quote posts from people with fewer followers than the person they're quoting. If you're going to quote them, you got to punch up. You can only punch up. You can't punch down. Because that's what really sucks, is like the worst case scenario is like on on Twitter was someone with like 2 million followers would quote someone in their replies who has like 10, and then they'd be like, isn't this person stupid? And then that person with just like minding their own business, maybe they said something stupid, I don't know, but like that's the thing that like really sucked about them, is when you weren't standing up to someone more powerful or influential than you were just punching down on someone who didn't have the influence you did.
There was a pretty big YouTuber that did that to me once, and I literally just had to log off Twitter for a couple of days, and I was just like, "This sucks!" Like, and they were absolutely punching down.
Man,
Yeah.
can't believe Marquez did that to you.
Nope, not Marquez. Definitely not. Look, I've only met him twice, but he's a really nice guy. Definitely was not him. I won't say who, but
okay, he didn't catch you tweeting with an Android phone or an iPhone when you're advertising Android.
When I was promoting an Android phone. No, definitely not.
Okay.
Anyway, all of that, since you were talking about that issue, Chris, like you were bullied by somebody bigger than you.
Yes, I was.
But if that happens on Mastodon now, something that's really nice I haven't mentioned is that, and it's pretty new for the Fediverse, I think so, is that you can change that setting, whether you can be quoted or not on a post. You can change that setting after the post is published. After the fact.
Nice.
And
That's nice.
I can only imagine, and I'm pretty sure it's like, having read a little bit about what happened behind the scenes, it must have been a pretty big technical challenge to achieve that, to implement in the activity protocol and all of that. But yeah, so now on Mastodon, if you publish something and you change your mind, maybe your post is blowing up or something, and you're like, no, I don't want people to quote me on this. But you can keep the post up, but go into the ellipsis menu and change, no one can quote me now. And you can also individually remove your post from people who have quoted you.
Oh,
so that's a good thing as well. So if a jerk quotes you, is saying something really mean, but you still want others to be able to quote you, you can only remove your post from that person's post. So that's good. Anyway, so that's the quote post news. So it's likely if you use Mastodon, your server has been updated to support it. Or not, if not, it's coming to happen soon. Your admins are probably not paid at all or very little, so leave their time. I can't speak anymore. Anyway,
bear with them.
That's yes. I wanted to mention one more thing. Remember Fanpy?
Oh yeah,
of course.
Yeah. This is my Mastodon client of choice. Last time I talked about it on the show, I said this is my new Mastodon client. Instead of Ivory, I'm all in on Fanpy. Still the case today. I still use Fanpy. It's got full support for the update, the quote post, all of which I just talked about, fully implemented by Fanpy. So if you want to use that, it works really well. And so it's a web app, as a reminder. It runs in a web browser, and on iOS you can install it as a progressive web app. So you can add it to your home screen basically, and it runs full screen as if it were an app. Obviously, web apps on iOS are not great, but there are ways, which is why like a lot of companies, their mobile app is basically a web app, but they ship it inside a wrapper, and which has better performance, adds more native features, maybe notifications, GPU powered animation. I don't know, I'm saying stuff, but yeah, it has a bunch of system improvements to do that, which is why a friend of the show, listener of the show, Matt Fantinel, he did this. Like, he took Fanpy, open source project, so yeah, and he put it inside basically one of those iOS frameworks wrapper for web apps. and he shipped this. So right now it may not be available yet, but he's right now, as we're talking about, and I'm allowed to talk about this, he's trying to ship it in Alt Store, so that people in the EU and soon in Japan can install it directly from Alt Store PAL. So the alternative app store.
Why does he hate Americans?
So the issue was that he did not want to, and who could or could not afford the developer fee that Apple charges to ship on the App Store.
Gotcha.
But apparently, like, maybe this would unlock things. Maybe he will be able, after all, to ship on the App Store as well. So anyway, this is in progress, and but I've been trying the app out. I've installed it manually on using Alt Store on my phone, and it's great. Like, it's just Fanpy, but it runs inside this very nice web wrapper that a lot of companies use on iOS. I forgot the name of it. I'm so bad with memory today, but yeah. In terms of even just animations, it stays in memory longer than the regular PWA, than the regular web app. So that's nice. Oftentimes when I used to open the FanPy web app, after a while, it would load from scratch because iOS had unloaded it. Yeah, that's it. I think you should check it out. Maybe if it's out already, or maybe it will be out soon. You should check it out. I think it's very, very good client, and like for a web app, it works really, really well, even on iOS.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. If it ever is able to come to America, or I can get a test flight link and hint, I would definitely check it out.
Yeah. I think they're trying to ship it to the on the App Store as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. Yeah, no, this is really exciting. I really appreciate the thoughtfulness Mastodon is putting into all of this stuff, like the quote post controls and stuff like that. I really appreciate that. And it just goes to show that they really care, and they're not just trying to make something that maximizes engagement.
Yeah, that's good. And people are really happy. Like, my timeline, it's, this that kind of week when a new feature comes out on the social media and everybody's using it at once. So my timeline is full of people quoting each other. It's actually fun. So yeah.
Nice. I like it.
This is not the topic at all, but I just Googled Fampi,
Okay. Yeah.
and it is actually a Pokemon.
Yes.
Yeah.
It turns out. So the first 6 results are Pokemon. But I noticed this little Pokeball in the bottom of the Google page.
Oh.
And it's a little game you can play in Google to catch as many Pokemon by searching for them.
Oh, that's
We'll
funny.
figure this. Oh, it shows you the outline. So it's basically a who's that Pokemon.
Oh, this is a Cozy Zone idea right here. Oh, I'm getting an idea for a Cozy Zone episode of Who's That Pokemon.
I've
Oh,
never
boy.
played
Yeah.
Pokemon, you remember?
I
Okay,
know.
It's my chance to win.
No
Finally beat
way. You're
Niléane.
not beating me. You're not beating me.
I've never played, but even I knew that Fanpy was a Pokemon. So.
Oh,
Ah,
no. This
Gen
is
2.
this does not bode well. I didn't know it was a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gen 2 Pokemon.
Okay.
Gold and silver, baby. Gold and silver. All right. You guys ready to get in the challenge?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right. So it was my challenge, and my challenge was to pitch a new app. It could be for any software platform, but you needed to pitch a new app. You need to have essentially pitch it like you're pitching to some VCs. You want me to go first?
Wait, is that the prompt?
I mean, that
There
was
are
what we talked about in
VCs
the
front of
episode.
us?
Yeah, that's what we talked about in the episode, was pitch it like you're pitching to VCs.
I've never talked to VCs. I don't know how
Neither
to
have
talk
I.
to them. Okay.
That's why I'm going to do it satirically and make fun of them.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I've seen
Yeah.
Silicon Valley on HBO.
Exactly,
There.
exactly. Though we can't do what they did in that episode.
No.
Definitely cannot.
What did they do?
No, well, no, we're a family-friendly show. We can't talk about that.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I can go first if you'd like, but I need 1 second for costume change.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, I like it. I like this. He's putting on a hat, a cap, backwards. Okay.
Bros, ready? Are you ready for this? Okay, we are going to change the world. We are here to revolutionize the world, one person at a time. We are going to absolutely disrupt the whole market space. And we're going to focus singularly on one person. And that person probably, Niléane said earlier that they are a superior being. So clearly we need to focus on Christopher Lawley. As we all know, he's big iPad boy, BOI boy. He is absolutely just all in on the iPad, but he was a little lost in the woods earlier this year and went to the Mac and used a Mac like a monster. And during that time, he found a couple of apps that he can't live without now. And there's specifically one that we are going to revolutionize the world by bringing it to the iPad. But we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to think different. We're going to be like Steve Jobs. Jobs would absolutely just love this. What would Jobs do? We are going to take the app Hush, which has basically been abandoned on the Mac because it hasn't received an update 2 years ago. And we are going to bring it to the iPad. We are absolutely going to revolutionize the space of audio processing. So what the app Hush does, that's unlike any other app, and it 10x's your productivity, 100x's your billions that you've made. What this does is it's simple. It has one slider, and you just pick the intensity of it. Then you drop your audio clips in there. It cleans up echoes and background sounds and hissing and noises and all that stuff. It really does a great job. But the problem is it's only on the Mac, and it's essentially been abandoned. The standalone Mac app hasn't received an update in 2 years. So we're going to bring it to the iPad because, as we all know, real creatives get real work done on the iPad. It is impossible to get real work done on a Macintosh. So we're going to essentially make this UI iPad friendly. It'll work with files. It'll allow you to save save the audio files wherever you want. You could batch process audio files, and it'll use the background task feature that came with iPadOS 26. This will completely revolutionize the way Christopher Lawley can use his iPad. Because not just Christopher Lawley. I shouldn't have just pitched this for me because I actually really want somebody to make this app. There's a lot of... Okay, I'm going to break character for a minute. There's a lot of creative people I know that use this app. Basically, every time I sit down and talk to YouTubers, one of the first things that comes up recently is like, hey, have you guys been using this app, Hush? Inside Apple, I know they use this app. Like, literally, I heard about this from the Apple production team. Like, they're the ones that told me about this. This is actually a really popular app, but the developer of it has since moved on and is focusing on, like, their Logic plugin and their Pro Tools plugin and isn't really focused on a standalone app. I have been trying to find any app that does something like this for the iPad or even something that's updated for the Mac because there just isn't a version like this at all. Like there's nothing like this. Like there are other tools, but they are so much more complex. The beauty of this app is that there is just a slider and you just choose the intensity of it. I use it for this podcast. I use it for all my videos. I know a bunch of other creative people. John Voorhees, he used it for all their podcasts. I know a bunch of other creative people that use this as well. And the fact that there's not something like this on the iPad that has just absolutely killed me. I've been editing a lot more videos on the in fact, almost all my videos since iPadOS 26 came out have been edited on the iPad. But I have to take all my audio files and put them on the Mac first to process them and then move them back over to the iPad. And that kills me. Something like this on the iPad would be killer. It is like the big missing tool for like video and audio creatives on the iPad. There are apps on the App Store that claim to do this stuff. They do not. They do not do a good job. So, yes, my whole pitch is take the app Hush, make the UI relevant for the iPad, and Hush for the iPad. Yep.
Hush, but iPad.
Hush, but iPad with a lot of dollar signs. See, Matt Birchler gets it. Successful app developer Matt Birchler gets it. Hint, hint, developers. So anyways, this app would actually make a big deal. And like it could be a universal app, so it could be iPhone, iPad, Mac, but like this would actually make a big deal in a lot of creative people's lives if there was something simple like this and worked just as well as Hush, but was on these multiple platforms that you could like do voice memos on your iPhone and then send it over and clean up the audio and stuff like that. It just makes such a big difference. Anyways, if there's an app developer listening, please make this app for me.
Interesting.
This is very niche. I was not expecting something like that.
This whole challenge was literally me. I came up with this challenge just as a way for me to pitch this and trying to get a developer to make this.
Wow.
Like that was the whole reason for this challenge.
So now it's happening, definitely, right?
Yep, absolutely. That's how it works.
Okay.
Niléane, what do you got for us?
I was wondering whether I wanted to argue to go last or second.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're second in the document, and we all know
all right, I'll go for
disrupt
it now.
the document.
I can't disrupt the document.
Can't disrupt the document.
Okay. So, my app, are you strapped to your seats? My app, the name of it is Beatmaker. Okay? And what this does is not music. It just adds a bunch, like it adds life to your Mac. Or it can run on Windows and Linux. I don't care. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with cross-platform. Okay, so here's the pitch. And don't tune out what I'm about to say because it's very smart. It will 100x your productivity just as well.
Ooh.
Yeah. Imagine Klack, but tuned up to the extreme.
I quit. I'm done.
Hear me out. With this installed with Beatmaker on your Mac, you will hear every single sound that your computer doesn't actually make. And that's sad when you think about it. Like these days, computers, they don't make any noise. So let's bring it all back. With this, you get fake fan sounds. You get electrical whir, when your computer's freaking hard on something. You're exporting Final Cut Project, yeah? You can hear your computer think. He's like, you can hear some hums maybe in the background. In addition to the electrical buzz and the clanks, things are clanking inside there, right?
Maybe some spinning hard drive sounds.
Spinning hard drive as well when you're copying files. Things like that, okay? When you're browsing the web, you can... So I don't know if you've known this, by the way, but in French, there's an old people way of talking about the web. Like surf the web. You say that in English, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean, not so much anymore, but
I think we invented it, actually.
All right,
of course
so
we did.
people in French, like old people in French, still say this a lot and always makes me laugh. So yeah, with this on your Mac, when you're browsing the web in your favorite web browser of the moment that you've been recommended to try out thanks to the Browser Podcast, you will hear the waves, the sounds of the waves and crashing down on the sand. This is how you browse the web with Beatmaker. And imagine if when you're opening Finder and searching for files inside Finder or in Spotlight or in Raycast, and your computer, so it's buzzing when you're searching for things, it's buzzing, and you can also hear the sound of somebody shuffling through a pile of paper. Imagine that would be amazing.
Like there's a little man in the computer looking for the file.
Absolutely, yeah. And you could have DLCs. So this developer who makes this app, they could sell DLCs where maybe you can download a underwater pack. And so this turns every single sound in the app into as if it was underwater, like your computer was underwater, so slightly muffled and bubbles maybe coming out of your computer. All the same sounds, but just underwater.
That's not what I thought you were going to say. Like you could upgrade so that your computer would be more modern, and they would like take away the noises. And for like $200, you could have no noise.
Yeah, that's a good idea as well. Yeah, maybe that's the underwater pack and the outer space. So you can have the outer space pack, and in space there's no sound. So there you go.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, this is the whole spiel. What did you write?
Computer but loud.
Computer but loud.
That's
Exactly.
There's no dollar signs on that note, though.
Well,
lots of dollars.
Why should I, Mark Andreessen, invest in computer but loud?
So, reminder, it's Klack, but tuned up to the extreme. Ergo, it's something you want. Beatmaker for your Mac. Download today.
So glad I don't really use a Mac anymore.
Man.
Yeah, but since this is going to ship like in 10 years, maybe it will, like the iPadOS can run things like that by that time. Or we're going to die before, and I'm not sure.
Oh, jeez. It's going to take 10 years to develop this app? I don't know.
I'm saying it's going to take 10 years for iPadOS to allow that to run on.
Okay, yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm glad we did this challenge. I won. We don't need to hear Matt's
I'm so
idea.
glad you both went with niche apps. Chris, to an audience of one.
To be fair, I walked that back when I realized in order for me to get this made, I need to actually appeal to developers and make them realize a lot of people use this app. A lot of people use Hush. A lot of people use Hush.
Yeah. A lot of people use Klack. Imagine that.
More than you'd think.
Oh, yeah.
More than you would think.
Still in the App Store charts, maybe?
That's what I'm pulling up right now.
Oh, okay.
God.
Top paid
I feel responsible
apps.
for that.
It is out of the top.
Oh,
Phew.
we need to talk about it some more.
It's number 11. People, get back to work.
Yeah.
Anyway, I do have an idea. And much like your ideas, although Niléane's yours was genuinely new, horrifying, but new.
Hey, mine was new. It uses iPad UI.
Mine is, I don't know if either of you remember Fever, the RSS reader.
I think so.
Was that the one with a ton of E's?
No, that's you're thinking of Reader?
Feed.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm thinking of Fever. I messaged you a link to the web archive version of it because the website is gone today.
Oh, I remember the icon.
Fever was an awesome app. You had to self-host it, which was a challenge, but it was $30. You paid for Fever, and what Fever did is it was an RSS syncing service. But what it did that was cool is that if there were specific links that like multiple of your feeds were linking to, it would make a heat check on it, basically. And so you could just browse like a normal RSS reader, and it's synced with Reader and those sorts of things. But in the interface, you could just go to I forget what the page was called, but like you would just go to, I don't know what it's called.
I think it's called Hot.
Hot,
right?
Yes. You go to the Hot page, and then it would show a temperature rate for each link, and it would show you here's all the websites that link to it. And so if everybody's linking to the Apple Newsroom post or whatever, it would just be at the top, and you could click that and then see here's the 7 people I follow that link to it. How I would evolve this is the challenge of this was that it only really surfaced Apple stuff for me because I mostly just followed Apple accounts that would link to the same like Mac Rumors post or whatever. And so
you don't want that. You want more diversity.
I want some more diversity, and I don't exactly know how we're going to do that. This is where I need money to do the research. But somehow you'd be able to get links similar to what you follow, but are somehow a little bit outside of what they're actually linking to. Or if only one person links to it, but like the rest of the world is talking about it, it could bump up on the list as well. So yeah, I just really want Fever back. It was really cool, and I miss it. I liked it.
So can I help you out here, Matt? In the app Lear, if you add your RSS feed to Lear, there is an option in there called hot links that basically does exactly this.
Oh,
It pulls all like the big, like, hey, everyone's linking to this thing.
I would like to acquire the company Lear.
what a great pitch! It already exists somewhere.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I already have that app installed, so I'm going to see how it works, and if it does, this is what I'm bringing next week.
Fastest turnaround.
Actually, I
on
think
an
it's your
app.
challenge next week, so you don't get a topic next week.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding. You can if you wanted to talk about
Yeah.
it.
No. I don't
You
do
can
it.
do the
we're
Lear
not that.
podcast.
We're not that rigid.
This does exactly what I just pitched. Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Great.
Yeah, the whole time you're talking about this, and I'm like, I know Lear does this, and I'm just gonna wait for him to finish.
Okay, it's not exactly it, but it's pretty darn close. Oh yeah, it's filtered by today. Okay.
Yeah, everyone's linking, and then they also have in Lear as well. They have another filter that I use, linked list, which is like, hey, these are the blogs you follow that are linking to other stuff.
All right.
And then they have a calm feed too. This is actually one of my favorite features of Lear, is where like if you have like a bunch of blogs and stuff added that don't post a ton, they aren't like The Verge or something like that. They're more like 512 pixels or like something a little lighter kind of thing. Like even Mac stories and stuff like that. Like they just post like once or twice a day kind of thing. That's like this calm feed section. That's pretty nice. I get a lot of like YouTube videos because I subscribe to YouTube via RSS, a bunch of YouTube channels via RSS and stuff. So anyways, yeah.
Okay. Well, it's already available. So enjoy.
There you go. Nice. This was a fun challenge. Please make Hush for the iPad, though, developers.
Please make Beatmaker.
Please, but Hush for the iPad. I will spend lots of money.
Oh, so will I. I will spend money as well on Beatmaker. Yeah.
All right.
I will help you crowdfund the project.
I mean, I have a YouTube channel that I can promote your app on. Just saying. Just saying. Just putting it out there.
I have a
really,
Mastodon
really want
account
Hush for the iPad.
that I can promote Beatmaker on. Yeah.
There are two things that are preventing me completely from just like, okay, I don't need another Mac in the house at all. And it's an app like Hush and Chrome on the iPad. Those are the two things.
And Beatmaker. Okay.
No, I don't need that. Anyways, Matt, it's your challenge for next week. What do you got for us?
I have something very simple. By some measures, it's the simplest thing in the world. The most eternal thing in computing. What?
Oh no, he's gonna have us write binary.
It is the second most eternal thing in the computing world. They're text files. Ooh, text files. So, I would like us to use a single text file. Let me rephrase. I would like us to use text files only to manage our to-dos.
Oh. Okay.
That's it?
That's it.
But I don't have to do's.
You know, find an interesting use for that text file then.
Okay.
But Niléane, I mean, you do have to-dos like post about Comfort Zone and Cozy Zone and stuff like that. So, you know, you have to-dos.
But they're not written anywhere.
You could write them.
I could. I guess I could.
I would clarify
Okay.
a sticky note is not a text file. It is a proprietary application.
Obsidian has text files.
Obsidian has text files. Markdown files
Yeah.
would count.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Because I was about ready to change the extension in Obsidian to go from .md to .txt because it really doesn't actually make a difference in the Obsidian part.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, that's how I'm going to get around that.
Yeah.
But-
Plain text,
okay.
text or markdown would be fine. No RFT or RTF. No rich
RTF,
text files.
Yeah.
No PDFs.
So no text.
Ah.
Oh, text edit can do plain text, right?
It can, yeah.
I think
But
so.
if I see bold text anywhere that doesn't have asterisks around it, God help me. Immediate disqualification.
You're gonna lose it.
So many ASCII art in our text files.
You could.
Ooh.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay.
So,
All right.
so we'll see. It's not a winning thing, but like, if you can make it unexpectedly aesthetic, that would be cool.
Oh, okay. I like
It could be an empty task list. Like you could just design a nice little. This is where the tasks would go, if I had any.
a template. I can do a template.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
So
All right.
it's wide open. You don't have to do a ton with it, but yeah.
Sounds
All right.
good.
I like this. Interesting. Okay. Cool. That seems like a good place to wrap up the show. But I have an end of the show question for the two of you, and I'm very excited about this one. I want to know, what is your favorite breakfast?
I love breakfast.
Me
I could
too.
eat breakfast every meal.
Same.
I have a controversial response. I don't do breakfast.
I don't think that's controversial, but like if you were to go out for a breakfast, like you're going out for a breakfast, a brunch,
It's on your
What would
to-do
you be
list.
ordering?
What are you gonna do?
Why would you go out for breakfast? What does that mean? You go out for breakfast?
yeah, go out to a restaurant for breakfast.
To a restaurant for like in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah,
not a
is
thing.
that what some French people do?
Restaurants are not like you can go to a cafe in the morning.
Yeah.
You could
But
do
they
that.
got food
Then you
there.
get a cafe.
Yeah, you get like a pastry, right?
That's
Like
not
they got
breakfast.
a pastry.
Oh, okay.
I
yeah,
mean,
I
it
guess,
could be like if you want a light breakfast.
I
Some
guess the
people
typical
like just have-
Parisian goes out in the morning, goes to the cafe, a croissant, and that's it.
Wow.
But I
That's
don't
a
do that.
stereotype.
But that,
Okay.
that's a stereotype, but it's true. Like any cafe in Paris, you get it. There's like you can they have bundles like cafe plus croissant on the side or pain au chocolat. So there you go.
Okay. I like it. I like good croissant.
Sure.
Yeah, but I don't do breakfast. Once again, it's not my thing. Like
Interesting. I've had two
Okay.
breakfasts today. I've had first breakfast and second breakfast.
You're such a hobbit. I haven't had breakfast, and that's why I came up with this question, because I'm really hungry.
Oh, you're just looking for ideas.
mm,
I like
yeah.
a scramble. I like an egg
Ooh,
egg scramble.
okay.
So scrambled eggs, or like over easy or easy over, whichever one it is.
Over easy.
Over easy. Thank you.
Over easy.
And then a little bit of bacon,
I'm
little
scrambling the waves.
potatoes, peppers, maybe a little meat. It's delicious.
Nice. I like a good French toast, like a good stack of French toast, and then some side of bacon. And then being diabetic, the one thing I miss the most, because it will absolutely destroy my blood sugar, is orange juice. I miss some good orange juice.
Oh,
But,
that's nice.
Yeah. I love a good breakfast. In fact, I'm gonna go see if Danielle wants to go to breakfast right now,
So weird.
because it's 9:00 in the morning here still. So
Yeah, that would be like for me. It's the evening. That would be weird.
Yeah.
There's a thing like, is that something you do? The brunch, like brunching.
yeah, oh yeah,
Brunch is a thing,
especially
yeah.
brunch is absolutely a thing.
I always
yeah,
find
absolutely.
that so weird. Like people brunching.
It's kind of like we had a lazy morning, we slept in, we're gonna go get some food, and like it's kind of like a little late for breakfast, a little early for lunch.
Yeah,
But,
that's it. There
Yeah.
are like restaurants that do only that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They
Well,
only
like
serve
what they'll do.
brunches. Like
A lot of places, what they'll do is they're just like a breakfast and lunch place. Like they're not open for dinner. Like
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, we do breakfast and lunch, and essentially it's a brunch place, because you can order lunch at 7 a.m. or you can order breakfast at 11 a.m.
So
and they usually
strange.
close like around 2 or something.
But you know, like what people do in the morning, that's not my business. I don't deal with mornings.
You just don't do mornings.
I don't do mornings. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a good place to wrap up. Thank you all so much for listening. Big thank you to Mac Stories. We're a Mac Stories podcast. Go check out all the writings and other podcasts and shows and everything that's going on there. Matt, Niléane, you have anything you want to promote?
Yes. Remember last week we linked to a fundraiser? Feel free to go back and click that link again and share.
Yeah.
We might even put it in this episode too. Who knows?
Yeah.
We have the technology. Paste again.
We can rebuild them. Oh, wait, that's a different thing. Nice. Matt, you got anything you want to promote?
You should check out my latest app, Quick Notes. You dictate notes into your phone. It gives you text back. It's better than the dictation that's built into the iOS keyboard. And it's totally free. Enjoy.
Nice.
One more app.
Make Hush for the iPad.
Make
Hush for the iPad.
For the Mac.
Make Hush for the iPad.
Oh, Matt, you could totally make Beatmaker.
Don't make it, Matt. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You have
it's
the
a trap.
technology.
It's a trap.
I have to pick which one is more viable. Klack is right up there at the top of the store. I don't see Hush on the App Store list.
Yes. Like, where
I don't
is
think Hush is on the App Store.
Because it doesn't sell.
I don't think. I don't. All right. Thank you all so much for listening, watching. Have a great day.
Bye.